Uh, see, you got our contracts. You gotta do.
I was, I was getting more milk.
More milk.
Yeah. What manager should I be?
Hmm.
Which what team should I be?
For what? Soccer?
Yeah, because I cannot choose Mexico because I had to be mm, qualified for that.
Damn shit, I don't know. You can't be the coach. You going to be the manager?
I am going to be a coach. That's why.
Okay, well, just be the coach then, because I'll be the coach.
That's the that's why it's called manager being a coach.
Okay.
That's weird. I know you're gonna say that's weird. How you're gonna be a manager? You're just a coach.
Unless you could say general manager, okay.
And in soccer, it's called um. I'm gonna download use current squad. Use Ontario download latest. Yes. But in here, Warrior in FIFA, they call it. I'm about to tell you right now. Manager career.
Okay.
Let me read it for you. Take the ruins of your favorite club and control all the managerial tactical aspect of your squad. You will also be responsible for helping the club strategy and business after across a variety of category. So yeah.
Mm.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team. Brandon Godden
First
and
name,
Charles
I'm gonna
Davis.
name myself
All right, Coach.
Mister.
EA Sports coverage
Mister.
of the NFL brings us to the so-called
Or should I put in
Silicon
Ricky?
Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa
You
Clara.
said,
The scene a few moments ago, here it is.
Ricky.
It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers.
Nationality,
Hi
Mexico.
again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They're halfway home, looking good, at a perfect 8-0.
I am
not much to
Mexican.
complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team
She
in
said
the
why,
NFL
I'm
through the
fine.
first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important
They
this
said
game
why,
is.
I'm fine.
Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Yeah. What should I say?
Tell her, just tell her, are you sure?
Are you sure, Curry? Are you sure? Should I say that?
Yeah.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back
because
of the
I don't
end
want to
zone.
put out the
And
message
no
you
run
was
back here. This will be a
in
touchback,
the
and it
past
comes
he
out
sent
to the
me.
25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led onto the field by the former third-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback, Nick Foles.
Love his build, love his arm. Had a Pro Bowl season with the Philadelphia Eagles, looking to scale those heights once again.
Here's Foles. And his first look is incomplete. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play. But they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one. Because this defense, they love to run blitz. And they clog up the running lanes.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This is how the defense will look for San Francisco. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Look at the dance and the juke. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Muscles him off. He's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Breida, he'll try the right side. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I feel like Chelsea, they need a manager.
Into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And
to say yes.
What I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are
working on.
On second down, Armstead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For real.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
You don't know what to tell him?
Well, it's just it's not afraid.
Absolutely.
Afraid of what?
He should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that.
I'm afraid to lose.
Good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's just I don't want to fuck it up.
On second and a couple. Falls. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Okay,
the Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Say something like sweet. It don't say nothing else this hard. She gets triggered a lot. Sack. She gets triggered a lot. Bosa. I got that sack with Bosa.
He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here.
That's good that you feel better.
Times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. Yeah. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of
play.
Say something about the 49ers.
Shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Oh, okay, maybe put I will tell her in a little bit.
It's
that's
the
good.
Rams
You
that
feel
have
better.
grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Fielded just inside the 20.
And just let you know.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands first and 10.
Just good.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Let's go, team.
Yeah, I told her. I don't want to tell her how much points I made in basketball.
Wow.
Should I tell her?
The run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second
So I told her, being honest.
If you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
And,
They're usually known as quicker and fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just what you want on the
How
first
much
down.
more I made? I was telling you.
2nd and 2. This is Breida.
Let me check where my phone is.
I forgot because I just told you and then I forget because be honest.
Oh shit. You said 25.
I score.
And that'll They'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
So I told her, but I was about to score 28.
On third down, a run from Breida.
I was about to.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I was worried about it too much.
Possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
I couldn't make.
But on that one, he looked like
the basket.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do?
Be honest, I feel lazy to make to do FIFA.
Sometimes I feel lazy. I am lazy.
Off the play fake.
Should I just play hockey? Good hockey?
Yeah, play.
That's complete.
Yeah, how you did that? Yeah, play. I can go ahead and play that.
I think I should be a manager.
Understanding the game, understanding positioning.
You gotta check it out.
Immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right
now.
Got to him before he had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Soccer.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Honestly, I didn't know which soccer team to like. I didn't know between Brazil or
McKinnon
Mexico.
making his way
really
back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game.
If you're a Mexican, you have to support Mexico.
Patience, and that's the hard
well, you know
part
my
for a runner
nationality,
because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you gotta give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that
I believe your nationality is Puerto Rico.
It's here in the second quarter. Here's Breida.
That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but
and whatever in the end, should I tell her, you know, should I tell her in the end, you know, I'm a therapist?
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles? The coach.
She's not reading it, but should I tell her right just in case?
Orlando, he'll have stats and scores from games in front. He's got it with the 15. Last play,
also,
over 20 yards. This time they top 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
You could tell me
after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Now a give to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
About your life.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple times that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out the line of scrimmage.
Could say kind of therapist.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, speaking of the devil, I'm in the right team already for being a manager.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
I said you are nice.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well.
I'm gonna play as a manager with Troy Red Wings.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire time just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had,
unable features such as budget when you
kick it off in the second half.
Should I pick it off?
Handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6.
Because I don't know what that means, budget.
And got his man complete. That one
like I might waste my money, right?
Yards, first down. Boy, the
fantasy
of the game and how these guys are like that
allow
can get out of
your
the pocket,
contact
keep plays alive. It just makes
fantasy
things
draft
so much harder for defenses.
On.
It really does, and we're talking about
if it's on is
game
selected.
where the
I turn off. NHL salary cap, play on the salary cap on or off. Should I turn it off? I will leave salary cap.
Now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figured
GM firing. Your successful is judging by the team owner. You can fire. Okay, CPU trade. This will allow you set if you would like to have a CPU to CPU trade on. Okay, I'll leave it on just in case. Tomorrow, went on in Fog War, hides some review of NHL and the AHL player to review my Scott player. Okay, I'll leave on. Head coach at Atlanta.
Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Okay.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What should I put difficulty, Pro or All-Star? Pro.
2nd and 13. They'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that
see how old is my player?
That everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast.
The head coach can help.
On second half,
We like to help keep on your lineup.
This was a big score to start second half.
Lineup up to date.
Here comes the
The head
Jags
coach will
offense now. Time for their first possession
update your
of half number
lineup
2.
trade.
They trail offense. First time to touch the ball
I would say on
and
because
we'll
just in case it will happen.
I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half.
24, 23,
Other teams just go,
24,
okay,
23,
these are the sequence of plays we
25.
want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they
Boy, you gotta have to leave. Oh, boy, you have to leave soon.
early and try and create a big play to give themselves some
That
momentum.
center had to
They
go.
have up their sleeve.
He
And that will be the
cannot-
timeout.
he
Looks
cannot
like
be
we've
my
got a
team.
Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'm going to release 35 years old. I'm going to release him.
Drop to throw.
Nick Bosa, I got a sack again.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, man. Number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Get it.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Coleman. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They did.
Hold him.
Worked out offensively. He won't go down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside.
Okay, 25 years old, that's not bad. I'll take him.
31 yards there,
If you can stand, you can take my center.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Coleman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'll make a deal for you for sure because I don't want him because he is too fucking old.
They'll try and run for it on first down.
Yeah, you can take him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13
like
now
only
on the
a
year.
minute ago
And the
you said
Niners are able to stretch their lead.
this a good
He keeps
deal.
carrying the ball
And
into
as
the
a
end zone,
GM,
and in this one,
Pittsburgh
he's sort of
already
carrying
said
the team
no
on his back.
to you.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it.
At least
and
not
you talk
today.
about on his back, he's not minding the
Fuck
extra
you.
weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Talented player.
And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, no.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35.
Oh, 20 years old? I'm getting your guy, and I will give you my draft
Jaguars
pick.
come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
I will give you
and okay,
my
right, I'm being facetious here.
my round 5
you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on
and
to the
round
next.
6.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10.
I had a pick.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third
I
and 10.
have to wonder if you're
Now
looking
back to throw.
at our trade blog.
Completes it to
We're not
Westbrook.
interested in giving up
And he can only
what
manage
we're
to take
asking
this
for.
thing to the 38,
It would
well
seem
shy of the
you've got
first
to see
down.
some bad
Did they maybe
info
play that
about
too
our player
safely on
from
third down? I know you
your
don't want to
pro
just throw a
scout.
ball blindly
You're
downfield,
not
but that didn't help him a
even
whole lot.
I
the
think
right
they
safety
probably said if it's
to be
open, take the
let
shot. If not,
a
get
long
something safe because
ballpark
we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
with
The
what
49ers
you
getting
are
set to
offering,
trot out
especially
there.
when I
With this lead
compare
and the football things
my needs
obviously
to
looking
what you're
good,
asking
but
for,
maybe
and
you've taught me this before.
what
Maybe this is where the
you are
defense is
asking
hoping that
us
the
to
offense
send it
helps them
your
preserve
way.
that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score
Baby, not again.
touchdown as they just add to their
Touchdown.
totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Deferring to Armstead on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
I think I fucked up something. I'm going to have to delete it.
Coleman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
This is the red egg.
Gold to add the extra point.
This is to read my message. Now I gotta wait.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Damn, this is a lot of shit.
They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? They may meet up with this team again.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Speed, 80 zone coverage, 78%.
Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is the 2021 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers
center
taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
It's a 74, bro.
With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Yeah, I'm not looking for
that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions
Your sister did not
and you
text
argue
me.
your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end.
Your sister
you just can't
did
do
not
it.
text
It costs your team.
Coleman
I was
now.
doing something. Oh, shit.
Well, look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Dude, it's fucking
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Oh, I tried to do
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that's caught by Smith. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, nice. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Yes. 31 years old.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get. It's still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November.
That's not
a lot
bad.
can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just
They can talk
be
about
on
like
the
3 more
outside of the
years
playoff
retirement.
picture looking in, so to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down.
Holy shit.
And he's going to be brought
kick
down
our
on
ass.
what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the pass to Grant, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
In so many ways,
let's
throwing
go.
the hitch
Detroit
route
has 6
is actually one of the
points.
safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. He takes us down to about the 12th.
Yep, I gotta let go of one of my defense. He's Ring is 33. He's okay, but my 77 overall, he's 35.
Good job there keeping him to a short game. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get him enough yardage for the 1st down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 79 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This guy, he's 6'5". He's 22 years old. I'm gonna pick him up. Fuck no, I don't want no 34 years old guys.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Murray from midfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on 1st down, Murray out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Okay.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hell yeah.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Let's go.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
Extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
not going to help.
They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripted 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The whole defensive line just fucking got confused.
Fuck this. Our team's
from the 39.
Shit.
Murray.
I'm not gonna be a
caught by
manager.
Kirk. And he's dropped just before the line.
Well,
The
it's
4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Our players trash.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
No wonder why they suck.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, I tried my best, right?
Yes, you did.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do.
I would have played become a Detroit Ravens fan.
To me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here we go.
See, answer is great.
San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the formula was pretty simple.
So you asked them to score 25 points.
Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
You bet the coordinator to win and for support,
You never told me. One-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll
so I told her, yes, I
here.
did. Yes, I did.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just a responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy.
So I told her
able to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. Now, throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Oh, no way.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I did.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
And
they'll do it
so I told her the last one,
need to be a breakdown.
You never told me,
they
or
move, and they know it affects the
asked.
defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang over.
And across the goal line into the end zone.
So I told her like that?
49ers.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Should I be a pro?
Are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead.
I'll be the ones that just hit people.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, I'll make you a player. What should I?
And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this
right?
passing game still has not really found
That's
any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
Okay,
and in today's
will you
NFL,
play center, right wing, or left wing?
That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
What's your
jersey number? Advance the ball through the air. They gotta get their timing back.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll him behind the line.
To hit people, I can make you a grinder.
1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from
by
time to
player
time,
by name, I'm going to call you
predictable.
Cheese.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to
Is that okay for you?
With that call.
Yeah, because that remind me of something what I used to say when I was like 15. I used to say, "Oh boy, that's cheese."
To throw on 3rd down.
What should I put first name?
Here it's complete. And he's going to be brought
What should I put
down
first
short
name?
of the first at about the 31-yard
That's
line.
cheese.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to
What
fourth
did I
down.
say? That cheese?
One of the money
Yeah.
routes for any offense,
That's
that
cheese.
drag route.
That's how you
So
should say
tough to
it.
defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball
it's too
after
much.
the catch and stop him short of a
Too
first
much.
down.
Damn.
A good return there,
Yeah.
17
Should I put
yards.
cheese boy?
Yeah. That'll work.
The
Cheese.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away
Your
drive,
last
isn't
name
it?
will
They
name
score
boy.
here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from
Are you
another team.
righty or
Their drive and will to come
left-handed?
back and win can be taken with
right-handed.
another score right here.
Still third
Okay.
quarter, but you just get
How
that
tall
feel.
you want?
Yeah, they're teetering
you
right
want?
there on the brink, aren't they?
Fake here on
60.
first down. And that will be incomplete.
And your weight?
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
205.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on
Okay.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
6'2" and
He's got his man on
205.
the crossing
Okay.
route.
Yep.
They have the nice cushion.
want to fight?
Forward on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says,
as a
why do
fighter,
you need to do
you
this?
wanna play
Just go out and run
often,
out the clock
rarely,
and get a win.
sometime?
But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
I'm gonna put you from Canada.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by
Should I
one
make your
more.
player black?
You can make them
After
black,
the touchdown,
Mexican, it
it's
don't
Robbie
matter.
Gold now to kick it away.
Should I make him ugly?
This is
You
taken.
make them what?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage
about
from the
to send
trainer
you
right
a
now
picture.
from all the work he's getting.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down
And
play
tell me the truth
results in a
about this
loss
here.
of 2 yards.
Okay.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
I killed the shit out of him.
Loss of 2 on
All right, I
the
already
play.
sent you.
And it'll be
Okay,
fourth
I gotta
down.
look at it on my
Really
my
good
phone.
defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
That's the last thing I
The San
saw your
Francisco
hair look
offense
like.
getting their
Look
last-minute
like
instructions
Pat.
before they take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. How
they've managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, they also stop the clock at the 2-minute
mark. Cool with that.
And way up past the 35 before
he looks cool with the hairstyle, though.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Should I play like that?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he
yeah,
getting
he looks cool
stronger
with
as this
it.
game moves
I
along?
mean, he
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was
I
way
do wear
back
my
in the
hair
first,
like
doesn't
this,
it?
though.
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Beard?
There he goes again.
Yeah, give me that James Harden.
And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You might laugh.
That's just not fair.
Shit, Breeder.
And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Are you mad or no, Carter?
I did send it to you.
Now a give coming right is Breida.
And
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune?
That lady's humming.
She's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it.
If I actually grew a beard like that in real life, dude.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away.
That looks funny.
This is taken at his 4.
All right.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Pink, white, sky,
Murray now,
pace,
13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%.
Give me
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, wrong with
Open man is Kirk, complete.
a player doing it. They trying hard as hell to get a touchdown, bro.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,
what do you
put
think?
those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
shit.
You want to do, what's that type of celebration you want to do? The Snoop Dogg dance?
You said Snoop Dogg dance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the top Snoop Dogg dance look like, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, the helmet type. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You know that Snoop Dogg that he always do like the when he moves his wrist, his hand go to the left and then go to the right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Can
You
I
can
put
get,
that for you?
yeah, you can give me that.
Okay, that's gonna be Brutus.
Wide receiver cross special. All right. Guess I'll play one more game and then I can see them upgrade. See. It's just the master of.
Okay, what team should play for for your after you get drafted? Should you play Barry Colts, Airy Otters, Flat Firebirds, Globe Storm, Hamilton Bulldog? That's where I play. Hampstead Front, Kitchen Ranger, London Knights, Negra Ice Dogs, North Bay Battle Lion, Ottawa 67, Owen Sound Attack, Peter Broad Peters, and your mama, and Blob and Kate. What should you should play?
Ah, shit, I don't know, dude. Let's put me on either one. It don't matter.
Oh, okay. I'll pull your mama then. Nah, I'm joking. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna put you in London Night.
All right.
Let's play quick. And difficulty, I might play semi-pro.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Your name is Cheese Boy. You hear me? You're a Cheese Boy.
What the heck is looking forward to seeing Dre Brown back in the okay. Fuck. Yes, cheese.
I'm gonna put you more body. Um, you have 86 body check, so you can hit harder.
Okay.
Get wrecked.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
What?
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Do that.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Second and 13. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A game there of 30 big
points.
Brandon, we've both been around
be honest with her about that, and be honest with her about the, the third.
Aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there.
I'm going to say, be honest about...
early, takes a start right out of them.
Be honest about basketball. I told her I have no clue, to be honest.
Let's go. On the ready.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, touchdown, 49ers! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys were able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
You just say it.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They go play action here on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush.
I already finished my daily pa.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll look to run with Freeman. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. In the 1-yard line, and coughing it up, no way.
You gotta protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn, your tenthborn. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up.
Well, you know what time it is?
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
Still first down.
Hey, ready. Check tight. Check tight.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one. He's got a man. Complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards, the final tally. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And it is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 18 yards, first down Niners. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now just tallying it up.
I did.
Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much.
I think I made him injured.
He keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Oh, dude, I give you extra strip.
Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it.
They tell me what's wrong, Ricky.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out.
You're hiding it. Better the truth.
You control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing with the line of scrimmage.
What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Should I say last
night? How about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. They will only muster a yard here to the 38. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
you can tell that.
Didn't happen on that play.
About what you just said right now.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch it unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in his first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Did she really say that?
Let me double check.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So what's I say?
In a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It really... So I'd say it's really frustrating me.
A great move, couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
So I say always
and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Check 66.
Should I say about you?
Looking to throw.
Yeah.
Escaping the pressure right.
You could ask the brother.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Maybe that could give a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Should I tell her that?
Yeah, fuck, I won't miss it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I'm not lying.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night,
He tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have?
Should I say
And he
that
pulled
word?
the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
6 yards was
So
the pickup on the
basically-
last completion, so here's
So
second and 4.
basically, I couldn't sleep.
Ryan. Got his man complete
Nice
over the
play.
middle. That's Bowen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
That was
9 yards to
the
pick
play.
up there, and it's a first down. And this offense going to elect to
It
burn a
was should I
timeout
say
with
it was
5
killing me?
seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away.
Always think
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's
And
the risk of
practice.
the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And
practice.
that gives them one more opportunity
snap.
to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
I just
You want the
shot
third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
random shot.
Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important
So
than
I
it
told
actually
her
is. Right? I don't
like
want
that
to create
somehow,
more hype
and-
than what is there. But this is
you're
a
gonna do
real,
that?
I'm
Like,
doing
that's
it though.
basically
This
it.
is a really
It's a
important
time
drive.
control.
And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start
That's
the second half
basically-
too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
So far. Should I say you could ask your
On the
brother
draw, this
online?
is Smith. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their
that's
defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. A first down carry for Smith. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You got yours. You got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah.
And that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. Third time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Oh shit, he read it. Hopefully.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
Hold the block.
You hear me what I say?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Ryan. That's complete to Smith.
Bitch, lay it down.
A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back. And then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
That's not for that shit.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's
Chiefs
Ryan.
only
That's
made
caught
one
inside
goal.
the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones.
had a
And
pick
even
with
40
Sherman.
yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Get up.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points.
I made it
able
go.
to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some room to run now. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off the game.
23 yards.
Speak of the
play.
devil, I would have named your player Taco Man.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw.
Taco Man.
Wide open receiver complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Hey, I just got an idea.
Comfortable lead here late,
What's
You know
up?
what you should do?
Comfortable.
And your first
You should prank. You should prank her.
That went into this one ahead of time. That maybe they're seeking
Prank
some
her.
revenge, or they
Tell
just
her.
don't
Tell
like
her
it.
you
The
move.
other thing
Tell her
that
you
always
moving
hits
back to
me is,
Seattle.
are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points
I
in
don't
case
wanna
there's a
prank her.
tiebreaker that comes into play
Do
later?
it.
After
Do
the
it.
touchdown, it's Robbie
Do
Gould
it.
now to kick it
Do
away.
it. Do it.
She's just barely
That's
talking to
fielded in the
me.
end zone.
Do it.
He'll run back here. This will
Come
be a
on, do
touchback,
it.
and it comes out to the 25-yard
Why?
line.
It's a part of the cheese or
Defensively,
something?
you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the
It's a
magic
part of
number
the cheese or
was 20
something?
points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a
Look,
big way, haven't they?
Not only
I'll
have
do
they done
anything.
it,
It's just I
they put
really want
themselves in
it.
a great position to
Well,
win this one.
tell her you
because
moving back to
holding them down
Seattle.
was paramount. If they can get
That's
it
the.
done,
That's
well, guess what? We see the end result.
the
Right now,
thing.
they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
And tell her you're not gonna be able to talk to her.
Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
Tell her you moving back
And
to
he'll be
Seattle.
brought down right around the 37.
Tell her you moving back to
7
Seattle
yards there
tomorrow,
and a
and you're not
first
gonna be able to talk
This
to
has
her.
to go down as one of the simpler
gonna-
routes in the
I'm
playbook. But
She's gonna
so
be
effective.
upset.
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So I tell her right now, she's reading it, that's all.
Yeah, tell her.
Not bad. First and 10.
So what should I tell her?
In by Ridley.
Tell her
And
what
that'll
I
be
said.
good
Tell her
for
you
80
moving back.
yards to the
Tell her you moving back to
45.
Seattle, and you're not gonna be able to talk to
Facing a
her.
second
You're not
and
gonna be able
two
to
after
talk
that
to
last
her.
catch. Good
And
for
tell
8
her.
yards.
And tell her have a nice life.
Throwing again. Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped having
Really
well.
did, but I thought of it.
To throw is Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Do it.
Yeah, that one
If she
sailed
gets
on
mad,
it.
I
You've
got
got to
you.
make sure you give your receiver a
got
chance
you.
to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches.
Bro, come
They
on,
make
do
them
it
out
for
of
the
bounds. That
vibe,
does
bro.
you no good.
Now left
Do it for
side
the
of a swing
vibe.
pass.
Come on.
It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third
My
down.
God.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this
Come on,
point.
do
This
it,
will be
bro.
3rd and 5. Complete to
I have to
Jones.
if I don't do it.
It's a
Come
gain
on.
of 13 and a first down for
Bro.
Atlanta. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays
No,
like
don't
that, he
do
won't be
that.
number 2
I
for
will not
long.
allow
That's
that.
what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where
Come
they
on.
stand in relationship
Do
to
it,
yardage,
bro.
totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's
moving
face it,
back
all of them, they
to
all want to be
Seattle.
number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm moving back to Seattle.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
So you won't. So
Throwing again. Ryan. And that's
Able.
incomplete.
to text. Should I say text me?
This offense was on
Yeah,
the move.
yeah.
Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd
So
and 10.
have a nice
To throw
life.
again is Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage.
Should I,
And they're
should
going
I
to mark
send
him
it?
down short,
Yeah,
maybe
fit it,
by
fit
about
it.
a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Right?
Sit it. Sit it.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the
Well,
field
I don't
goal
know what
try.
Steve's gonna have
Just
her
2 minutes
reaction.
remaining here in the 4th quarter
Just
of what has
sit
been
it,
a
bro.
one-sided affair. So it's
Fuck.
Falcon football
I'm just
as
gonna.
we welcome
I'm
you
just
back.
doing. I'm just.
And let's see what they've
I'm
come
just
up with
doing
offensively
part
after
of my
having time to
relationship
talk
today.
it over. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the drive will wind
I'm
up
gonna take the
yielding
kicker.
3. But in the
By
grand
accident.
scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter
Should I
much, but I guess they
send
get a little closer, a little more
Should you
respectability.
sit it?
Yeah, you're exactly right. They
See
played
those?
all game
Yeah,
long, but like
spin
my
it.
mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself
gets upset
respectable.
or
And that's what they're doing here.
pissed.
They're just dressing up the final score.
I'm gonna be sad forever. You hear me?
Breida, he'll try
Yeah.
the right side.
Do you want me to be sad?
The safety, Keanu
No,
Neal, there to
just
make
sit
the
it.
tackle.
Come on.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those
I
runs
did
to
it.
the edge, we
I
think
did it,
about
okay.
big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities
That was
here on
hard.
2nd down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
I gotta get her
He's gonna
ass
fire this
back.
thing deep right sideline.
What's he did?
And that'll be
Fucking
incomplete.
put
Good
whipped
protection that
cream
time,
on
and
me,
they
bro.
couldn't hook up
I
on
gotta
the
get her
long
ass
one.
back.
Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Past the 20. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped along as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity.
It's going to be
reset. It's actually frustration, not a good play.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon.
I just tell him
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What happens? What happens?
So the victory here for San Francisco, and to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them, and it took a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game.
You get it off.
The perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
I'm joking, folks.
So for our...
Just so you know, she read it. She said why. Warrior, she said why.
She said why?
Yeah. What should I say? Warrior?
Mm-hmm.
She said why.
Tell her why. say family reasons.
Family reason. But are you sure you're gonna have my back?
Yes.
Okay. There, I put family reason. But you gotta tell me what she's gonna. But you gotta tell me.
Huh?
You gotta tell me what's going on though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Encourage his own courage.
He's crying.
Huh?
They're putting a sad emoji.
Ah, shit.
Well, are you gonna go get her right now?
Huh?
Are you gonna go get her right now or later?
What, you want me to go get her?
I mean, what should I do?
Huh?
She's crying. Her emoji.
Shit.
Are you gonna get her?
Huh?
Are you gonna go get her?
Yeah.
Go get her. I'm fucking worried. Well,
Well, somebody's mad at me. She's mad.
and you?
Yes, I told her it's payback.
So,
She was like, well, is he leaving to go to Seattle? I'm like, yes. That's what she was
uh-huh.
like.
And she was crying?
Yes,
Like how bad?
bad, bro. You know how girls cry.
And when you told her,
I told her, did Ricky tell you that he's moving back to Seattle? And she was like, yeah.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
and
That's it. That's what I told her. She was just crying and stuff. You remember how I told you how she cries, right?
yeah,
That's what I was telling you.
and you should say payback.
Yeah, that's what I told her. Payback. That's what she gets for
So,
putting. That's what she gets for putting whipped cream on my fucking face.
what should I tell her?
I don't know. Just tell her. Tell her it was a prank. Tell her that.
Should I tell her your your brother set me up? That's all.
Yeah,
Your
you can tell
brother
her that.
set me up. That's all. Will you forgive me? How is she's not mad at me? Do you want to try Resident Evil 6?
Resident
Welcome
Evil
in,
6.
everybody. It's the coach.
Yeah.
This is Madden 20
What about it?
on E.
I have it. For the
Appreciated,
PlayStation 3.
Coach. Well, this entertainment mecca
Damn.
opened back in
I had the
2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity
That
north
would
of
be perfect
100K.
being asked to
And we are
play
pushing
that
that
together.
today at AT&T Stadium
shit's
in
fun.
Arlington.
So
Today,
you would
we've got
play
a Week
as
13
Ada
matchup for you
or-
here between the
or-
San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Their own 26
Cherry?
Here's
So
a
the
play
last
fake
one
as
is
they
they're
set up the
both
throw.
guys.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs, runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
What do you mean
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
She doesn't hate you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It was just
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. They complete it to Hill. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Yeah, she can play it. She can play that, bro. She can play that.
Things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
What?
You can kill me.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Have you watched 3 on 3 before?
45 on 2nd down.
I got to check it out.
Complete to Hill. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves them with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I don't think the people don't play that anymore.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't know what type of game we should play.
But partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
But you got to get the player right before you play part.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range,
you can play like
about 2 out of 3. And this is
locker,
not an easy kick.
like, you can play like
years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we can definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
And I give him all
a good
my
pickup there, 21 yards. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You don't even know what a more is.
About a yard deep.
You don't know what a more is.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Look. I just don't know.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, shit, y'all. I low-key almost out of pass.
Problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first
section.
This league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to
Yeah,
get
this
it
is gonna be
done
my
with your
last
offensive
game on
unit.
the win stream. I just hope that you guys enjoy
Tevin Coleman and the
video
rest of the offense
of me
making
and
their
my
way back.
little
That is how you
brother.
flip field position. That's an absolute
Chilling.
bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line.
So it's
Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside
guys
the 5.
enjoy this.
Superb. And some room to work.
Me just playing
And they work
Madden.
this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a first
I'm
down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because
They didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole. And guess what? They're in bad position
Y'all
right
don't see
now.
me screaming in the
A
mid.
big play there for the Niners. 54 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. It's Hill. Complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the 2nd quarter. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Breida. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. His throw caught right around the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That time, a 6-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go to Elliott again. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Third and short yardage. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return comes Cobb. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more
hit from behind. And he's going to be driven down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Huh?
You ask, you receive.
Huh?
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
She says her head hurt. So I said, okay, just lay on my bed.
They'll need a big play here. We'll Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
She was watching some Dead by Daylight stuff.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
Hold on, bro. Damn it.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, my bad.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs off it.
And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown,
yeah, they can hear me, but they can't hear her.
Dante Pettis. Touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
It is okay. She heard
Gold
you.
with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
But about the long message,
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
He said, what do you think?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game.
He said that message was long as hell.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them
when
that
I woke up this morning and he told me he scored 25 and he said he almost dropped 28.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I was like, he really actually fucking did it. I was like, oh shit.
To throw is Prescott. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I was like, damn, he actually pulled that shit off. Like, damn, good shit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
So
another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary.
That's crazy.
They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Even the Steph Curry, the buzzer beater.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A tremendous return there, 39 yards.
Brandon Roy 2.0. That's who you want. He used to play for the Portland Trail
To get
Blazers.
this drive underway. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair.
I don't think a lot of people remember Brandon Roy.
Have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with those stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year. The best games that we've called thus far. How we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
I know you really want me to
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He said, he knows he wanted him to stay.
And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite
Could have got 28. He could have got 30. That would have been crazy, right?
Have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
I'm gonna be honest,
to me, it seems
18 yards, 1st down Niners. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So
people don't really watch my videos
don't work on too often.
It's
2nd and 24. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Like I said,
DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the ball.
Yeah, oh, shit. Did you see that shit?
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moving away from it. In this case, though,
Ricky
the team is able to come up with the ball.
last night, and he was talking about he was
big kick that time, 52 yards.
Really upset. He was trying to, talk to you, but
here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this
point. And that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, when you're angry, you're not gonna say anything to nobody. You're not gonna say shit. That's the point.
A lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they won't execute it, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
You could say it.
Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
I'm trying to finish this down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
This whole damn thing. If they do, then that's them.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Cooper was the target
like
there.
I told you about.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a
dominating
defensive
I
performance.
don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance. And what
midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Shit was loud as hell.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the
we
stake.
beat the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so
Can have
that's a
shutout.
game.
Yeah, think about the
okay.
team that just got vanquished.
Right.
They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco,
practice Wednesday probably.
You said Wednesday?
Yeah.
Jamal Adams. I'm going to try to get Jamal Adams on the 49ers. That'd be fucking crazy. All right, let me do this right away. And the best news of all of it, our conference is awful, and it looks like we're the #1 seed. That'll definitely make the road to the Super Bowl easier. Good work this year. Okay. Okay.
start your week by installing your game plan.
All right, so week 14, we got to play the Seahawks. All right, so I'm going to save it. All right. Check something before. Alright, you guys, that's going to be it for this live stream. I will catch you guys on the next one, and peace out and later.